we are centering in action. The action is taking care of a sick 1-year-old. The action is there's multiple emails coming in to you, all of that. So we're actually practicing right now in the real time of how do we stay grounded and centered while all of this is happening. The reason I got up is I want us to practice centering. So if it's accessible and available to you, please don't get up if you're driving. Please don't, let go of whatever you're doing if it's not safe. And if it's not available to your body, you can do it seated, and just meet me where you're comfortable. And we center in the somatic practice in 4 dimensions. The first dimension is our core, our center of gravity. If it's available to you, I invite you to put your hand on your belly, right under your belly button, and say hello. Just hello to your precious body. Hi, how am I arriving? What is happening in my belly right now, in this moment? Not yesterday, not tomorrow, in this moment. Take a deep breath into it. There is no need to close your eyes. Just soften them. You can listen to my voice, but you don't have to intensely look at me. Is there something that you can soften so you can hear more of your core, of your body? And if you're doing something right now, could you do both? Could you keep doing what you're doing and keep finding your center, keep finding your belly? Maybe just send the energy in there and just check in with yourself. A deep breath while you are in motion. The second dimension in which we center is our length. So you can let go of your hand if you're holding your belly and draw an imaginary line all the way from your feet to the top of your head. And breathe into the spaces in the length of your entire body. How often do you think about your height, the space you take in the vertical plane? And if you're seated, you can do that seated. Start from your feet, about your sitting bones, and then go all the way up your spine to the top of your head. You can center in length while seated or laying down. If you're not feeling well or you need to be laying down for any reason, you can still feel your length. When we center in length, it represents our dignity. Whether we're seated, laying down, or standing, our height, our vertical plane is our dignity. How does it feel this morning or afternoon or evening? How does it feel for you right now? And then we center in our width. Especially for people who have been socialized as women, we are often told to shrink ourselves. How often do we allow ourselves to unravel? If you have space around you, just take it. Take a space, maybe like swirl your body a little bit. Yeah, unravel your chest. Breathe into your lungs as much as your body is capable and it's safe for you to do. Don't overdo it. Everything I'm suggesting today, do it 50%, especially if you've never practiced before. Gentle, it's a gentle introduction. Do you know the width of your shoulders? Can you draw a line from one shoulder to another, from one hip to another? Move your hips a little bit, give the delicious juiciness into your body. And like if it helps you, if you don't have really good connection to the width of your body, you can do what I'm doing right now. If you're looking at me, I am putting my hands on the sides of my body and I'm kind of moving it down. This helps me to really understand the space I take in this world and appreciate it, appreciate the space I take, not shrink myself. How does it feel? How does it feel to center in your width in this moment? And the last dimension in which we center is depth, the depth of our body. We start from our backs, and if it's accessible to you, draw an imaginary line all the way in the back of your body. What is at your back? Your personal past, your ancestral past, your physical back. How does it feel right now? Do you feel held by your back and by your past? And then if it's accessible, you can draw the imaginary line through your body, through the depth of your body. Do you know how deep you are? Your precious organs that are supporting you, that are giving you vitality. Give them some love. Check in with them. How's your heart? How are your lungs? How's your tummy? And then meet yourself in the center, in the front of your body. Humans are the only animals that have our vital organs exposed to the world. And it's very vulnerable. Just allow that to be with the vulnerability of exposing your body to the world. How does it feel right now in this moment? Now connect all 4 dots, your core, your length, your width, your depth, and say hello. Hello to yourself. From that space, if you can extend your hands, if it's available to you, to the earth, and think of something that you're grateful for that comes from beneath. Grasshoppers, bugs, anything that comes from earth, what are you grateful for right now in this moment? And if it's available to you, again, don't let go of the steering wheel if you're driving. Extend your hands to the skies and think of something you're grateful for that comes from above. It could be sunshine, rain, fresh air, anything. Now extend your hands to the sides of you and think of your community and the people in your life. Anybody that comes to mind, anything that comes to mind that you are grateful for in this moment. Send that gratitude and then bring it to yourself. I'm putting one of my hands on my heart, one on my belly, and I'm extending gratitude to myself. What it is that you're grateful for to yourself. So I want to build up on the practice of centering. And so for those of you who are in the private space and you have an ability to move without, disturbing too much of your wildlife in the house, my wildlife is all still asleep. I would invite you to have a space that you can move, physically move. And if it's not accessible to you, and if you're multitasking, this is also a really great way to practice it. So I'm going to stand up. And so those of you who can join me in standing up, you can. And let's recenter together again. And this is as advertised for this session, centering in action. We're going to practice centering in action. So if you remember in the beginning, we did centering in 4 dimensions in our core, in our length, in our width, and in our depth. You can put your hand on your back and on your front to just kind of orient your depth. So you have that always accessible to you. It can take you 30 seconds on a subway. My core, my length, my width, my depth. How am I? How is my precious body? From here, if you're able to move around your space, start moving while being centered. Start taking steps around your space, move around. Start walking if it's accessible to you. And if you're not walking, if you're changing a diaper, if you're doing an email, try to do it centered. Try to do it very centered so you are connected to yourself. Now walk around the space or do whatever you're doing as you're rushing. You're really, really in a hurry, like really, really hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. You were late, you're late, you're late, you're late. Let's go, let's go. What does it do to your body? What happens to you? Notice to yourself. What happens to your body when you do that? Now, recenter. Do what you need to do to recenter. Take a deep breath, pause, recenter. Start walking again. Start doing whatever you're doing, whatever action you were doing. You're writing an email. I don't know why I keep thinking about Erin, you changing diapers all morning today. Keep moving. Yeah. Now do it as if you don't give a shit. You don't care. Just whatever you're doing, whether you're walking or you're writing an email, you don't care. You absolutely don't care about this task. You don't care about this team. You don't care about this kid. Right in this moment, you just don't care. What happens? What happens in your body when you don't care? Where physically you feel it, and how does it feel not to care? Now recenter. Recenter in whatever way helps you. And then pause. And from this place, we'll do one more practice. Again, if it's available, you can put 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and have a steady stance. You can do that also seated. Just extend right foot forward, left foot back, and be steady in your stand. And then you extend your hands as if you're holding a really big ball. And then you're going to feel really steady in your legs as you're holding this ball. And this ball represents the current moment, demands on you, and the leadership that you need to demonstrate. And everything inside this ball is something that you are carrying. Now, as you're holding it and carrying it, can there be something that you soften within yourself, but you continue carrying this ball? Is your jaw needed to carry the ball? Is tightening up your butt cheeks needed to carry this ball? Is there something that you can soften? And let go. How are you arriving? How you feel now that we did these practices? Just check with yourself. The whole point of these practices is to continuously tuning in to yourself. I have a much better capacity now to say no. So there's a physical practice that we do in this lineage. It's an embodied yes, no, and maybe. And I want to introduce that for you. And then you can play with it. And sometimes in the meeting, maybe you can do that. Some people that I have taught it before now do that all the time. And it's quite hilarious when we see in the meeting people do physical yes or no. So if you just, stay centered again, and then sometimes for the centering, what we do is you may see that I have my one foot forward, one back. That helps me to feel more steady. If somebody comes to me, they can't really move me if I'm standing this way versus if my feet are together, I'm much more fragile. So my stance are wider, and then they allow me just much more steadiness. And from this wider, steady stand, think of a content. Think of something that you 100% want to say yes to. And then the physical move looks like this. Yes. We take a step forward. We open up our palms and we open up our chest and we say yes. And if you're doing it seated, you can do it seated. You can just like lean forward a little bit, but not too much because you want to stay in your body. By saying yes, you are not disappearing in somebody else's request. You're staying with yourself. So let's practice. Think of something that you want to say yes to. And if you're not going to disturb anybody in your space, say it as comfortable with your full voice as possible. We're going to do it in 2, 3. Yes. How does it feel? And stay in it. Stay in it. Those of you on the video, I'm seeing that you're really embracing it. That's great. And then sometimes we need to say no, and then no sometimes feels really uncomfortable. Yeah. And so we're going to say no in an embodied way. Oh, my wild animals are all awake. So again, the same stance. You're going to stand in a very firm, steady way. And no looks like this. I'm going to show you first. We extend our hands forward. My palms are looking forward. My arms are extended but not stiff. I'm not doing this. I'm doing this. I'm soft. I'm soft in my stance, but I'm also confidently firm. Yeah. I'm not rejecting you. I'm rejecting this current moment and this request. So let's practice it. No. Those of you who put your hands down immediately, what happened for you? Is it uncomfortable to say no and stay in it? Yeah. Do we know how to say no and stay with it? Let's practice again and then stay in it, linger in it. Linger in your no, in your confident no. And you can switch your feet and you can put your left foot forward if it's convenient. No. And stay in it. The point of this physical practices is really feel it. Really feel it. What happens to you when you say no? What can it teach you about your no? Are you trying to attend to other person's emotions because you told them no? Are you withdrawing because you said no? Or are you neutral? There's no judgment. We don't judge anything that shows up and happens. So you can let go now. And then the third practice is a maybe, because sometimes it's not a yes and a no, and our body knows. And the maybe looks exactly like maybe would. It's the hands look towards yourself and it's kind of close to your body, and it's like your shoulders are a little closed off. So think of the content of something you're not sure it's a yes or no. Let's practice, maybe. Yeah. And then from here, it's a practitioner's choice. Think of, so yes, no, maybe. We're going to practice together, and then you choose which one you want to practice. And you can think of a content that maybe you do not have an answer to yet. You know, my 17-year-old is asking me to pay $150 for a concert on Saturday. I don't know yet how I'm going to answer. So I'm going to stand here and think about my answer. So you can think of your own content that you're working with. And don't think of a 10, like something really, really complicated. Think of a 5 or 6, something manageable. You're not making a decision, are you going to marry this person or not? We're not doing this right now. Something less stakes. Think for yourself what is the content, and then really tune into yourself. And then let's do this. Say yes, no, or maybe to that content. Do it to yourself, for yourself. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, wonderful. All right, so again, if it's available to you, you can do it standing or you can do it sitting down. And we're going to start with the bowl that we did in the beginning. So again, and this time I invite you to put your feet wide as if you're about to do a squat. If you go to the gym and do squats. So put your feet kind of wide and then soften your knees so you can be a little bit down on your knees, and then open it up to the bowl. You're holding so much, and you're also holding a diversity and complexity, and there's a lot of different things that are happening, and you're in it. Again, see what you can soften and continue holding. Is your tongue clenching up to the top of your mouth? Can you relax it? Is intensity in your eyes necessary to hold the bowl? In our leadership, we hold a lot, and sometimes we need to be in this bowl energy. We need to embrace so much and hold so much that we understand the complexity of what we're working on. There's relationships, there's spreadsheets, there's budgets, there's funders. How can I be with bigness of all of it and still not lose myself? Am I strong in my back? Am I leaning too much forward? Am I trying to get away? I'm loving the hug in the bowl. That's beautiful. And then let it go. Just stay in it. And sometimes in our leadership, we need to be really precise. We need to be very narrow in terms of this one task, this one decision, this one proposal, this one convening that we need to just laser focus on. So it's called the arrow energy. So there's a bowl and then there's an arrow. So we're going to practice the arrow. You put your hands together and then you kind of point forward, and then your eyes are aligned with the tips of your fingers. And so you just do this, you point. So let's do that together. Point forward. It's an arrow energy. It's a very precise, directive, narrow energy. And then let it go. And feel it. And in the leadership, we have two types of people. Some people are here all the time. They're like, I have all of this bigness that I'm holding. And we have people who are here. No, let's focus. Let's go. We have to do this one thing right now. Let's do it. And neither one is good or bad. And both are really, really fantastic. And the invitation is, when you're in the ball, hold the ball. Hold the ball right now. Within the ball, can you also feel the arrow? Can you also feel that there are individual things, individual tasks that need to happen and need to have attention, but you are not losing the bigness? And let it go. Now practice the arrow. Let's point. Let's get very, very concrete. One task. Today's to-do list has one task only. But as you're doing it, as you're holding it, could you feel the ball within which this one task is happening? While you're holding the arrow, can you still feel the ball? And let go. And feel. And check in with yourself. How did it feel? Did it feel more comfortable to be here? Here? Am I able to feel both? So this practice, and this is like the beautiful best practice to do in community. And so we do it in a virtual community just to, try it on. So you put one foot forward. Let's do a right foot forward, all of us. Left foot back. And then start shifting your weight the way I'm doing right now. So I'm shifting my weight from the front foot to the back foot. From the front foot to the back foot. And then we're doing this without lifting our heels or toes, so your feet are fully, firmly planted. Yeah, and you're going back and forth, back and forth. And then we're going to pick up our oars as if we are rowing somewhere. So as we go forward next time, we're going to pick up our oars. We're going to go up and down. You're going to go forward and back, forward and back. And try to attune to my rhythm. We're going to go with this rhythm. So we are rowing somewhere. Where are we going? Think to yourself, what is the direction where you're going? What is ahead of you that you're going towards? What are you longing for? What is your vision? So we are in this boat, individually and together. Where are we going? Some days we actually are so lost, and we do something and we're not satisfied because sometimes we don't know towards what end, towards what goal, towards what intention are we going. This rowing practice helps us to orient ourselves towards what it is that we're longing for. And we do it individually and we do it as a collective. And just like centering in action, things happen, right? We're going towards our direction. We know where we're going. And then something happens, change happens. And the way change happens in this particular practice is we're going to put left foot forward now and right foot back. And then we continue rowing. Whoa, our orientation changed a little bit. Does it mean our rhythm changed? Does it mean that we're not as stable? How can we find ourselves again? And allowing for the time to adjust. Change can be hard, and change is okay. And change doesn't mean that we continue carrying on the way we have, because now a different orientation is happening, different foot is forward. So we adjust to this change. And then we're going to change again. We're going to put the right foot forward, left foot back. And then we're going to get adjusted again. And if you have us in the gallery view or you're seeing me, try to go with the same speed. Yeah. Everybody's attuning to each other. When we are in the same space doing it, we also breathe together. So we breathe in. When we go forward, we breathe out. We breathe in, we breathe out. And then change happens again. And we put left foot forward, right foot back. And now, guess what? There's so much change happening our way, but we know where we're going, so we're not going to lose ourselves, and we're not going to lose our direction, but we're going to change every time. So every time we put our oars up, we're going to put the foot forward, foot back, foot forward, foot back, foot forward, foot back. And we're going to find the rhythm in it. And we're also going to be playful with it. If we are messing it up, it's okay. And we're going to go one more time. And pause. Stay in it. Have it run through your body. Just feel it. And do a final mood check with yourself. How are you at the end of this call? No judgment, just noticing. Thank you so much.